The Glasgow Police Department, we strongly believe in outreach and getting involved with our community.
Obviously, we're doing more than just out in the community writing tickets. We're here for the community when they call for help.
We deal with medical patients, we deal with all kinds of sorts of things and all kinds of different people.
I enjoy getting the calls of, hey, I need gas, can you bring me a gas can?
We're always involved in stuff and just trying to invest in our community and make it better.
Glasgow's always been my home. This is where I was born and raised, and this is where I'll stay.
The opportunity presented itself in the old Elsie's, what used to be Elsie's, right off the square in Glasgow in downtown West Washington Street area, to purchase the existing salon that was in there. And so we purchased that in December. So we bought that salon and that business just straight out of cosmetology school. I don't really know if that would be classified as a huge act of faith or just stupidity, but either way we done it and it was fun. But we just completely renovated that inside of that building and just started our business. And shortly after we got the salon up and running, Caleb went to cosmetology school as well. He had several family members that he had kind of been around here all of his life too, but never considered it as a profession. But he shortly went to cosmetology school and joined me there in the salon later.
Amanda Cowan wears quite a few hats: salon owner, church member, mother, wife, and singer, to name a few. But what's life like with those hats, and where'd she find them? It all began with a little girl and a gift from God.
I grew up on the road in a full-time gospel music ministry with my family, the Sneed family, and we just grew up in that. Honestly, don't remember like a time of that starting, because my parents started in singing and in music whenever they were teenagers, and then their group, just as they had my two brothers and myself, just eventually evolved into a family group and a family ministry. So I don't remember ever not being in music.
Being on the road meant a lot of friends were met and lots of memories made, and one, well, it eventually tied the knot on them all.
Caleb and I met actually through music. I was 16 years old, he was 19 years old, and my dad had brought in Naomi and the Seagulls for a gospel concert in the area, which we had her in the past, but this time there was this 18-year-old guy that was with her. And so we just met through music. He was in that evening and came to our home for lunch, and I guess the rest is history. But he was 19, I was just 16 years old, so we just met through music and started dating and got married 3 years later.
The couple's salon, called Cowan & Company, resides in Bowling Green's Thoroughbred Square, and though she started behind the chair, she's taken on a different role nowadays.
My position has shifted. I started, doing hair full-time, 12 hours a day for years, but as our salon company has grown, I have stepped away from behind the chair. Mine is just some family and close friends. So my time is spent in the office just helping manage things throughout the week. But most of my time is spent in leadership and coaching and mentoring people within our salon.
Caleb spends most of his time behind the chair and is the creative side of Cowan & Company. Amanda, she's the business side. Together, the couple has these two. That's Baker, and this is Banks.
Well, I'm still new at this because my boys are almost 3 and then 6 years old. But I would just say patience has been my main thing to learn. And I think that I just strive to be the stability that your child needs. And especially with boys, I think both my boys are mama's boys. So just trying to be that stability that they need in the world that we live in today. And again, just kind of going back to faith, sharing God with them and trying to live the best that I can in front of them, as weak as I am, to just instill a relationship with the Lord in them and just try to be there for them through all of the fun phases that they all go through and each child goes through, and they're all learning and growing. And this is just a crazy world that we live in. And, I think just seeing that even more so with the condition of our world, as far as everything that we've been through recently with the pandemic and different things is really, I think, has been eye-opening, and it's been scary for us as adults and unsure and unstable. And I know that it has to feel that way for our children as well. So just trying to be there for them and give them the foundations that they need to make it through life themselves.
So remember all those hats: mother, business owner, singer, wife? While it's a lot to juggle from the outside looking in, Amanda credits God with making it all happen.
I couldn't do any of it without my relationship with God and just having faith in general and just that relationship, because I feel like everything that I do, I'm a firm believer in that if it matters to you, it matters to Him. A lot of people think it's silly to pray over certain things, but I just believe that it all matters. It's all within His plan, and I just couldn't make it without my relationship with Him and His direction. As I shared earlier, even with our business, that all took a turn in a way that I guess I just never dreamed that it would go, and grew in a way I never dreamed that it would. And I know that that was all Him, and I'm just grateful for that.
And as for this program's habit, the one piece of advice Amanda has for you?
I would say to just never give up on your dreams and what is important to you and what you know to believe your position in life and what you're supposed to be doing. Nothing is easy. Nothing worth having ever comes easy. So I think just praying about what you're supposed to do. Number one, having a relationship with the Lord. That would be my biggest piece of advice. Is I would want everyone to have a relationship with Him in their life and enjoy being a Christian and just knowing Him in that way. And then just never giving up, no matter what anyone says or no matter what is thrown at you, that it can all happen.
This is Amanda Cowan. And this has been Meet My Neighbor.